Hello and welcome. I'm Carol DeChaine, your intuitive transformational life coach and energy light worker. Today is part 4 of my decluttering series. And I'm talking about decluttering because not only did I originally have a company called Organization Revolution that I was working with, but also I feel like whenever you're working with decluttering, your life becomes brighter and more joyful because you're letting go of things and leaving space for new things to come in. Today, in part 4, we're talking about what to do with important items because sometimes they're important for different reasons, right? Sometimes we have that history with something that we don't want to let it go. Maybe it's something that was from your grandparents or something that was really special. So the question is, if it's something that's broken, do you fix it? Number one. And if the answer is yes, then fix it. Put it out somewhere so it's in a little stack or in a little box so you know these are the items I got to have do something with. Maybe you have to buy some glue that works for whatever it is, or you have to take it in to get mended, or whatever it may be. So, what are important items? Maybe you have baby booties from when your child was young, or one of your children, or maybe you have two pairs, one from each one of your children, and maybe they're 30 years old. Where are these booties? Are they in a closet somewhere or in a drawer somewhere and you never see them? Do you just want to take a picture of the item and maybe blow it up and put it on the wall and you don't need to keep the item? Because it's the memory of it and not necessarily the item. Now, maybe you take the baby booties and you give it to your kids to use for their kids. Or maybe you get rid of one of them and keep one. I, for some reason, have one booty. And I think my sister may have the other one. Maybe we both wore them, although we're 9 years apart, so I don't think that's the case. But the booty, you can put it like in a little glass dome cover so that you can put it out. Don't put it back in a drawer. If it's important to you, put these things out. If you have china that you never ever use, and it's your grandparents' china, do you have anyone to pass it down to? Maybe you want to pass it down now if you think that they'll enjoy it instead of waiting if you never use it. Maybe it comes out twice a year, and that's fine, and that's all you need it for. Well, then you're using it. But if you never use it, I was going through a divorce, and when I went through and I got rid of a bunch of stuff, like 25% at least of everything I owned, I got rid of, including furniture that wouldn't fit in my new place. So when I was looking at all these different things, the thing is, what do you really need? And then what really moves you when you go, oh, this is important to me? Why is it important? Usually it's a memory related thing. And that's what falls into this category. So if it's a picture and you put it away, or you only have it out because you don't have enough wall space, look at the other things on your walls. Either take some down and put some up every 6 months, shift things out so you can see the ones you love, or take the ones off the wall that don't mean anything to you. So what if it's a pretty picture? Put the ones up that matter to you, the ones of the family, the ones that are maybe of an old car that your dad had or something. And if you want to get rid of something, but you're not sure whether you should or not, the question is, do you have anyone to give these things to? Are these items that pass down to you? And can you just go ahead and do it now? Like the china I was talking about. Maybe you don't want to keep it anymore, but you don't just want to throw it away because it meant something to the family. Maybe you have a sibling that may want it. Maybe you have a child that you can pass it to. I know my sister was asking me, do you want anything on my walls? What do you want so I can put your name on it when the time comes? I was going, ugh, I hate to think. Okay, well, I saw two things I really liked. One that she made that's just beautiful, and she did some sort of cross stitch or something on it, some sort of needlework. And the other one was something from our grandparents' house. I have one for my grandparents they're all kind of shades of green with water related, and I have one from my parents that I always remember both of them being in their houses. And I told her, yeah, that one I remember from the basement of my grandmother's house or our grandmother's house. So put my name on the back of that one. The next time I came, she said, you can have them now. I don't want them anymore because I know that you will enjoy them and I'm not even looking at them. I'll put other ones up. So I didn't mean to get more stuff in my house, but they were ones I loved, so I made room for them. I took other things down I didn't really need. That's the kind of thing you can do. Make sure that you love what you have out. If it's just there because you're filling space, you can leave it there if you want, or you can just get rid of it and maybe have a space in your house. You don't need every picture on the wall to cover every single area unless you have things you love. Maybe they all have a history to them. And sometimes you may not like it. I know there was one that I got for my divorce, obviously, for our wedding. My ex hated it. I kept it because I loved it. I thought beautiful colors. I loved it. So I wanted to keep it. Later, I found out he didn't actually hate it, but at the time, he had when we got it. So I thought, oh, good, I'll take that one. This is something that you can look at each thing and know that if you do love something, you don't need to get rid of it, but you can. You don't have to hold on to it. If it's important to some people, you can pass it on already. You can take pictures and keep the memories that way, or you can take them out of the back of the closet and put them up or put them out so that you can indeed see them. I do have a friend who has old clothing, vintage clothing that's from way long time ago, long dresses. And she has them just hanging on her bookshelf. Every once in a while she swap one out, belonged to an aunt of hers. She just loves them. But she pulls them out every, I don't know how often, every 6 months or so, she'll flip them up one to the next. She has maybe three of them. Otherwise they stay in a trunk. But they are something that means something to her. And she loves them. And make sure you really allow yourself to enjoy what you have. And you don't put them away in the closet where you can't even see them. And you might even forget you have them. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope this has been of assistance to you. If you like what you hear, first off, check the other 3 videos on decluttering and the one coming out next week as well to wrap this series up. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you'd like to know more about what I do, the transformational coaching, motivational speaking, and my radio show, if you'd like to know about the energy space clearing for your home to help you do even more than just the decluttering will do, as well as you might want to have more success in your business, I've done a number of yoga studios as well as other types of businesses, intuitive readings. I'm all over the place. I'm a Renaissance woman. Until next time, by all means, I hope you find joy and enjoy decluttering while you're doing it.